Hello everybody. It is Friday, the 12th of November. I know I said in my last video that I wanted to talk about them, they, what they're doing. And you know what, to hell with them. Now, I spent the last 2 days, again in deep despair. Just the situation that I'm in at the moment. I'm living in this house. I've got all my children living in this house, and their children living in this house, and kind of trying to juggle the whole thing, which is near on impossible, because on the level of intention and desire, there are about 10 different desires in this house that constantly are in conflict with each other. And of course the whole bloody thing has to be paid for, which, as I said, I am actually at a point where I said, you know what, I can't do this. I absolutely cannot do this. Which is, of course, why we are searching anyway, because we're all trapped in something and we can't see a way out. It's not working for us, but we can't see a way out or how to improve it. So, and my thinking has been for a long time with the Creator, with this matrix that we receive of, that we create out of, and that is, we are participants in this process. We're not being dumped on. We are being given according to what we know. And there is actually the point. Because what we know at this moment in time does no longer serve us. We are, when you talk about this narrow band of frequency that you're on, in which you can see, and that is created by our knowledge, by our knowing, that band does no longer serve us. We need to know more than what we are aware of. And that is the whole problem. Because this world is created by them, yeah? And you need their money, and you need to play by their rules. And at the moment, they're not even giving you what you need in their own system. And if that is all you're relying on, then you're sunk. There's no other way around it. So, thinking about the Creator, and then going about thinking, how on earth do you ask? How do you ask? I mean, are you flat on your face begging? Are you going forward in joyful exaltation? What is it you're supposed to do? Now, this morning, a way came to me, and I'm going to stick to that, because in the end we need to test drive it. We do not know. We have not done it, other than unconsciously, and we're receiving what we're asking for, but consciously, we have not done it. So what is the way to ask? And that is the main question. Now, if you think that what you can see is according to your thoughts, and your thoughts are according to your knowledge, that is and that is the knowledge of this world. So, I mean, you can, and it is the way that Neville Goddard or something would say, just ask for that bigger house and believe on it. But that is, again, you're still within what you know. You know the house is a possibility. It might be from where you are at the moment, it might be far off, but it is not impossible. You know that. Winning the lottery is not impossible. I mean, the odds are huge, but it's not impossible. So how do you ask for something you don't know? And it is quite simply, you don't think. Every time you think, you are creating an outcome, especially if you believe on what you think. And then, what you think is actually not your own free will, because you are operating within the knowledge that they have created. You are creating within the possibilities that they have created. So you are not out there in all possibilities, but you're on that narrow band, what the world that they have created and what other possibilities was in there. And whatever you think, and it doesn't matter how far out it is, you are still within that band. So you are not actually free. But that is all your rational thought can do. That is the limit of your rational thought. So, I mean, especially numbers. Now, numbers are the devil. They really are. Especially when you look at your bank account. And you know what you need to get, and you can count the numbers down to when you will have nothing. And your rational mind makes that a certainty. That is what you know. You receive according to what you know, and your rational mind makes that a certainty. And you will receive according to what you know. And in the end, numbers, and that is why they're a devil, they present themselves to your rational mind as a certainty. Numbers are a bit like the stars. I mean, they are exactly like the stars. All they do is make a prediction. That is all it is. It is a prediction. What will happen tomorrow, the day after, according to the numbers. And I mean, they make the prediction because you are on a certain course. And then all it shows is that if you stay on that course, that will happen. That's all it says. But if you are in a field of possibilities, you do not have to stay on that course. That's the thing. But to your rational mind, that is the only possible outcome, because that is what it understands. So to say what it said, or what Jesus said, or what it says in the Bible, it says not to worry about the clothes you're wearing tomorrow or the food. It will be provided. Don't worry about it. Now, there's one thing, and I think, which is my headline, that is really the point. Now, I'm going with Luke here, because he said, "Be ye therefore ready also, for the Son of Man cometh at an hour when ye think not." And I'm going with Luke because Matthew says, he comes when you don't expect him. Which is a different thing. And then the churches preach, you do not know when he comes, which takes you even further away from the truth. The truth is, he will come when you do not think. And that is why I'm going with Luke. He cometh at an hour when ye think not. At an hour when you do not think, when your rational mind is no longer creating the outcomes. So really, your rational mind gets out of the way and it lets it happen. Whatever, another possibility. If the possibility of your rational mind is no longer written in stone, but it moves out of the way, that leaves room, that makes the way clear for other possibilities. And then know, absolutely know, the God or the Creator that gives to all his forms and sustains them. He is good. So again, if you think about the God of wrath and punishment, then you have to be in your rational mind all the time in order to avoid him. That's what drives you into fear. You're in your rational mind all the time to avoid punishment, to get out of the way of certain doom. Whereas you know that the Creator is good and that he can give you more than your rational mind. And then again, that takes you back to the story that I had in my last video about the servant. When the servant asked for paying off his debt, asked for more time. So in his mind, that is what he knew he needed. But what he received was the forgiveness of debt, which was a lot more than he had even envisaged. Again, for that to happen, your rational mind must step out of the way. But that is how the gospel is actually the good news. The good understanding, the understanding of that the matrix is good. You're no longer under the law. You no longer have to be afraid of retribution and punishment. So as I said, I will test drive for myself. So there will not be a video for a long time, I would think. I will test drive this theory for myself and will take quite a while, because this goes completely against the grain for me. It goes completely against the grain. Where my motto in life has always been relying on your own strength. If you want something done, you must do it yourself. So to actually let go of that, in the end, I am probably one of the ultimate control freaks. So to let go of that is going to be extremely hard. And the other thing is, of course, once you let go of what you know, you're allowing for the unexpected. Again, I don't like surprises. I don't like the unexpected. And again, but there is, again, what creates fear in us. This is why we need to, have pensions and stuff like that to make sure that we are secure in the future. We need to control all of these things because we are afraid of the unexpected. And we are afraid of the unexpected because, for the most part, we expect it to be bad. Again, we are under this thought of retribution and punishment. Therefore, we must secure ourselves against something evil. We are fighting evil. We're trying to, be in a place where it cannot reach us. So our focus is on the evil that will happen if we do not do these things. Whereas the truth that is in the gospel, the good news, is You have to do nothing in order to receive good, which puts the whole thing on its head. But, as I said, our habits, the way we are, the way we think, has been tuned by this sort of you have to ward off evil, and that is what's forming our habits. That is our habitual thinking is based on that thought. We must find a way out because evil is coming. So, as I said, there is what I'm test driving now. It will come to you at an hour when you think not, when you do not think, when you do not create a future with your rational thoughts, when you do not go by your own knowing, which for the most part is not your own knowing, but what propaganda has put into your head. And why do you need to be ready? Because when the unexpected happens, you need to be ready to react to it. You'll be given something that you need to do something with. So you need to be ready to jump when it happens. But again, do not think beforehand what it might be or what you should say or what you should do. It will come to you at that moment. So this is really completely letting go of control, where the rational mind has to let go of control and, let go of the steering wheel. It's going to be extremely hard. But in my mind, that is the essence of what this teaching tells you. The truth of that, or whether it is true or not, you have to test drive it to find out what it works. I intend to do that. Let's see what happens, if I can even do it. My rational mind is a bloody runaway horse that needs to be corralled and kept still, and that will take some doing. Anyway, I leave it at that, and I don't know when I will make the next video. Probably will at some stage. I'll talk to you again then. Bye.